made it pay off.
14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And here's a look at the starting offense. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play clock winding down. On 2nd down, here's Romo. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Vincent Ray in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd.
Let's go now.
3rd and long here. It's Romo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. 14 apiece is the score. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Miller, the lone setback. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense. Automatic 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. Those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and that leads to a Carolina 1st down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
Now Romo. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Rashad Johnson. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points up.
And he loses the football a second time. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
That's caught at the 2. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Allen Robinson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. And he puts it through. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team take...
Lamar Miller, the 40, the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Lamar Miller, 75 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes the Rams defense now as they get ready for the next possession. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders, as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
To throw on second down is Romo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And now it's a...
Go now. White 20. White 20.
From the gun on third down, Romo looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before. Picking up the first. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them. But they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Cuts it out here, left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina! A great play there, 32 yards. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
To throw on second down is Locke. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 3rd and short.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, or the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On second down, here's Miller. And some room to work. Lamar Miller. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for L.A. 52 yards. So a spectacular run, but not his career long that he had of 97. That was December 14, I believe.
97 yards? That's obviously why they run the type of sprints they run in the offseason. Longer than that to build up the lung capacity. 97 yards, I'm exhausted.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And his kick is good. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And out of bounds there on the kick.
Set. Right 20.
play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Romo now to throw. This one caught by Crowder. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a third and inches. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. I don't know about you, but I like this call. Third and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. They'll need to get the play off quickly, and he'll give it here to his running back. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here we go. Black 35. Black half. Gun. Let's go now. White 18.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Now a first down throw, Romo. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Gun. Ready. White 18. White 18.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The intensity on the field today has been incredible, and with a shot at the Super Bowl on the line, you understand why. We should be in for a fantastic second half. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Offense out now following the interception. Robinson's able to get open here, and that is a house call. Panthers go up by 6. They have it at the 44-yard line. Boyd's found on the quick pass and catched it, and it ends up working for a touchdown. They go up by 1. Midway through the first quarter, Hopkins is going to haul in the pass, and this 2-play drive goes for a touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Offense now with the shot after the interception. Here the throw is hurried and picked off. Johnson's the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. Offense on the field now after the fumble. Romo's going to complete the pass, and this goes 12 yards for the score. That takes the lead up to 7. Now 1st and 10. Miller's going to bust out into open space, and he'll take this 75 yards for the score. We're all square at 21. They take it at the 33-yard line. He'll cut it off the left side this time, and he'll run it in from 33 yards out. The Panthers is up now by 7. Panthers line up at the 8. They'll go with the run here, and he'd cap off the 9-play drive with a TD. As the touchdowns just keep coming. So that's all for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll get you back out to the field now for some more playoff action.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Now Romo hit, and he loses the football. He had it jarred out. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Lamar Miller saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. Return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Miller, the lone setback. On first down, it's locked. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Second down now after the incompletion. Here's a give to Miller. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike.
Field complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage.
All week long as a defense, you game plan to stop this guy as a runner. And then when they start sneaking him out of the backfield and throwing it to him, that totally disrupts what you plan to do in the game.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stephon Anthony from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Third and long. It's locked. He's got time in the pocket. Evans has it left side. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situation.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Carolina. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the night, and the Panthers add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first and 10, Locke. And this is caught by Evans. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion. Allen alone to the right. Now a play fake, and it's Locke.
Underrated runner, in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the option going right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Miller, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. It's another one that keeps them moving forward.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. He's got Evans. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end right. Tight end right.
First and goal. Defense with their backs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Andrew Luck saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
It's a quarterback sneak. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you think fourth down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on third.
Let's go now. Right 20.
After the run, now Romo going to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it'll be a Carolina first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here we go. Right 18.
Crowder in motion here right.
Gun. Check it out. Gun.
Time running out here on the play clock. From the 50, it's Romo. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They get 31 yards that time. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Tight end right. Check. Let's go now. Right 18.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Barkevious Mingo in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to...
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. To throw on second down is Romo. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Let's go now.
Third and long here. It's Romo. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Rams are going to get a first down. Allen alone to the right. From the 50, it's Luck. Underneath for Miller. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
On first down, it's Long. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Luck on first down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Rams are set up now with a first and goal. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 250 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. One receiver to the left is Evans. Now a first down throw, Luck. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And they still need 10 yards here to find pay dirt. It's second and goal from the 10. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal. Now Luck on third and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Charles Clay, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Romo, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he gets it down to the 32. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, Luck. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Luck again. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? They give him a gain of 37.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
Red zone opportunity. After the penalty, it's Miller. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll try the air now with Luck. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. But he caught it out of bounds, and the score stays the same here in the fourth.
So close to changing numbers on the scoreboard. When you're running routes in the end zone, you've got to give yourself enough space as a receiver to make sure you can come down with the ball inbounds.
Especially in this type of a game in the fourth quarter. To throw on second down is Luck. Finding time. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
And on second and goal, they decide to throw it again. And this result is even worse. They take a sack. On first down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with first and goal.
Here's Miller. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where you're headed.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Carolina. DeAndre Hopkins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
He completes it to Boyd. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Here's Luck now on second down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So it is 3rd down now, but less than a yard to go. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got Miller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Luck now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Now Luck. And that is incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target. Third down here.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. And now another one thrown incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So you knew one way or another that you needed 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll need to get the ball back.
So, Brandon, the question is, how do you accomplish that? You can onside kick it. But remember, since you've got all 3 timeouts, you can still kick it deep and try to play defense.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll be first down, Panthers.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go.
This is Morris. And he's going to fight it. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They come out here in the eye. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Luck. He's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And quickly, they get to the line. 3rd and long. It's Luck. Evans has it left side. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. It'll That'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he'll stop it with a spike here with 7 seconds left on the clock.